Want to learn how to make a chicken pot pie without the pie? Hey everybody, it's Natasha of NatashasKitchen.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make chicken pot pie soup. This is everything you love about the comforts of chicken pot pie, but it's so much easier because you don't need a crust. And I'm hungry, so let's get started. I like to have all my ingredients prepped and ready to go before I fire up the stove. For this recipe, you'll need 5 cups of cooked shredded chicken. You can use a store-bought rotisserie chicken or cook your own, and I'll leave links in the notes for our easy roast chicken or our quick instant pot whole chicken. Once you have that shredded up into bite-sized pieces, we're gonna set that aside and prep our mushrooms. If you're not a fan of mushrooms, you can leave them out, but just 8 ounces of mushrooms add a ton of flavor to this soup. You can use white or brown mushrooms for this, and if you're curious, yes, I did rinse and dry my mushrooms. The only time I don't wash my mushrooms is when I'm making stuffed mushrooms. And then I'll just wipe them off with a damp paper towel, but for soup it doesn't matter. I rinse them because it's quicker and easier. Next, chop 1 medium onion. You should get about 1 cup of chopped onions. Onions are one of the classic aromatics that form the base of flavor for this soup, so do not skip them. Next, we're gonna peel and mince 3 garlic cloves. The quickest way to peel garlic cloves is to smash them with the flat side of your knife, or you can use a bench scraper. This loosens the skin and it should come off quickly and easily. Now finely mince your garlic cloves, and garlic is a flavoring that I use in nearly all of my soups. And if you love garlic, make sure to check out our classic zuppa toscana recipe. You'll be amazed how much garlic we use there. And make sure to finely mince those garlic cloves so they disappear into the soup. Once you have those all minced up, set them aside. Now on to finely chopping the celery ribs. We're using just 2 sticks of celery, and celery is another one of those aromatics that add amazing flavor to the soup. I know not everyone loves the texture of celery, but it does add great flavor. So the key for me is to finely chop it up. Next, I have 2 medium carrots that I've already peeled. Slice those up into thin rings, and if you have a large carrot, you can cut it in half and then slice it into half rings. Now on to the potatoes. We're using 1 pound of potatoes, or about 4 medium yellow potatoes. I've already peeled them. Now I'm gonna quarter the potatoes and slice them into bite-sized pieces. Potatoes aren't typically used in a pot pie, but because this is a chicken pot pie soup, the potatoes add great texture, flavor, and make the soup really satisfying. After some quick prep of your ingredients, we're ready to fire up the stove. Place a 5.5 quart Dutch oven or a soup pot over medium-high heat and melt in 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Make sure to check out the recipe description where I'll link to this pot and all the tools we use in our recipe. Once the butter is melted, add your chopped onion, celery, and your sliced carrots. Continue sauteing those over medium-high heat, stirring occasionally for about 5 to 7 minutes or until they're softened and lightly golden. Add the sliced mushrooms along with your minced garlic and saute those for another 5 minutes, stirring occasionally until the mushrooms are softened. Next, sprinkle the top with 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. The flour acts as the thickener for the soup, and you want to continue cooking for another minute, stirring constantly. It's important to cook off the flour so you don't taste it in the finished soup. You can see that flour is starting to look a little bit golden. Now we're gonna add 6 cups of chicken stock or broth. You can use store-bought stock, but homemade will give you the best flavor, and I will link to our tutorial in the notes. Stir in the broth, scraping the bottom to deglaze the pot. Then add your sliced potatoes, 3.5 teaspoons of salt, and about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, or you can season to taste. Bring the entire mixture to a uniform boil, then reduce the heat to a simmer, partially cover, and let that cook for about 12 to 15 minutes or until the potatoes are tender. You can see the soup has thickened up nicely. Give it a good stir, and now it's time to add the shredded chicken. Also add 1 cup of frozen peas and 1 cup of frozen corn. You can also use canned drained corn. Now stir in half a cup of whipping cream and add 1/4 cup of chopped fresh parsley. Stir that all together, then bring it back to a simmer and continue to simmer for about 5 minutes or until the corn and peas are tender. Now, just like with the classic pot pie, this mixture should be very well seasoned, so taste it at the end and add more salt and pepper if needed. Once it's done, take it off the heat and it's ready to serve. Oh, who's excited? All right, my kitchen smells amazing right now, and it is time for the taste test. Whew, oh yum. I love me a good soup facial. Not really. All right, and I love to serve chicken pot pie soup with homemade biscuits. It gives you like that satisfaction of the flaky pie crust, but these take like 20-30 minutes to make, start to finish, so easy, ridiculously fluffy. I don't even have words. They're so good. All right, let's plate this up because it's way past my lunchtime and I'm hungry. So let's do this. Oh, look at this. It is so creamy but light. This is one super satisfying and hearty soup. And I love that it's loaded with chicken and veggies. I mean, this is seriously a meal in itself. Look at that. And the best part is, it tastes just like chicken pot pie. Filling is our favorite part anyways, right? Oh, and the whole family approves of this one. Okay, one more scoop. Okay, that looks delicious. And I love to garnish this, add a little bit of freshly chopped parsley and a little bit of black pepper, you know, just like they do in the restaurant. Feels fancy. All right. Here we go. So you gotta take a bite of biscuit and a bite of soup. That's just how it works. Seriously, you guys, try these. They're so good. I'll leave a link to the recipe on my site. These are sure to become a new favorite for you. So here we go. This is how you do it. Ready? Oh, so fluffy and buttery. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, get a little bit of everything on my spoon and it's still blazing hot, so be careful. Wow. This just made my day. That chicken is so tender, and I love the little sweet pops of veggies in there, the sweet peas and corn, and carrots too. Also, this soup is really good for meal prep because it reheats really well. I love to have a pot of soup in the fridge. Makes meal planning so easy and so satisfying. I hope this becomes a new favorite soup for you. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, and we'll see you in our next video.